What's up, everybody? My name is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and for today's episode, we are going over the new Moe figure brought to you by Super7, which is from the famous and classic TV show The Simpsons. And I think they actually captured, that iconic intro from the show, like The Simpsons. So I think it looks super good. I like the package, and the letters themselves are embossed and raised, so it got a nice feel to it. Moe also got the same kind of treatment, and the theme, the cloud theme, continues around the package to the sides. Both sides got it, left and right. When you go to the top, it does say Ultimates. At the bottom, barcode Super7, legalities, all that stuff. Heading to the back, there's a nice picture of Moe right there. And he also gets the same embossed treatment like the front. So, when we go to the front, as you can tell, it comes in a sleeve. Open the sleeve, and it shows Moe in a plastic window. The Simpsons right there. Same embossed treatment. Going to the back now, we got a picture of Moe himself. And a little profile. As you could see, he says, appears in Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire. Season 1, Episode 1. December 17, 1989. So, you don't get much more original cast than that. But now that we went through the package, let's open it up and check out the figure. Alright, and here is Moe outside of the package, guys. And I'm just gonna go into his measurements real quick. 6.75, 6¾ just under 7 inches. He does have a lot of accessories. So let's get into them. I mean, he comes with this 3 pairs of extra alternate hands. One of them is a couple of fists. Another pair is a couple of open hands. And there you go. And the final pair are these pointed fingers. So, might want to scream at someone. They all have 4 fingers. And that's correct. If you saw the cartoon, I'm thinking every Simpson figure, every Simpson character in the cartoon has 4 fingers. I might be wrong. You guys let me know if you know about that. Another accessory here is the pickled eggs. Now, I was a little disappointed at first because it didn't have no water, or it didn't have something imitating liquid inside. But the cap could be open and you could just put whatever it is you want, maybe some green jello or something, I don't know. So I'm not too mad with that. We also have a mug here of some alcohol that's pretty much on fire, and I do like the sculpt though. I like the translucency of it. I like how it shines with the light. So this is a good looking accessory. I do dig this. We also have a washcloth. Now the washcloth doesn't have no texture or anything, but there are wrinkles and it does look cartoony, and he is able to hold it. There's a slot right there for his fingers, and that looks just fine. Another accessory that we have is perhaps the most important accessory, because there was plenty of episodes where Bart would call the bar and just make some prank calls. So this is something that he definitely needed to have. But I do have a small gripe, and it comes with this cord right here. The cord is not like it's the plastic itself, so it's kind of rigid. And when you put it on a level surface and maybe want to make him call, it's hard. It's hard to get a good shot of a picture with Moe talking on the phone, depending on the angle, the level of where the phone is at and all that, but whatever. All right, let's get into these alternate heads, because I do think that they captured Moe's expressions rather lovely. Over here he is smiling, looking a little guilty maybe. And over here he is screaming, perhaps at Bart over the phone. And there's not much paint applications to this figure, guys. I mean, the hair is a different plastic that's not painted on, but the paint that is on his teeth and everything and his eyes and stuff are pretty well applied. Except for this, I spoke a little soon, and misses the mark a little bit. But I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. we also have this crate. There is no paint except for this. So it's very plain looking. But when you get to the front door right here, it does have a nice little lock and a hinge to open it up for this panda. Now guys, I'm not gonna pretend to know the episode or anything like that dealing with this panda. I don't even remember it. You guys let me know which episode what this panda has to do with Moe. But I think that this panda is a really cool accessory. He does have some articulation. I mean, the limbs all got one, so you can move it up and down basically. But his head is where it shines because it's a double ball peg. So he could look up. Down is basically straight. There is side to side movement, tilt, and you get rotation if you want to make him look like the Exorcist or something. But I do like how that double ball peg captures nice little expressions and stuff, you know? So I got no problem with these accessories. Tell you the truth, these accessories actually are beautiful. I kind of love it, and I'm gonna be using it with other figures and stuff like that. My main problem has to do with Moe. And it's not even how he looks, because I actually think he looks rather nice. There is no cell shading because thank God I don't think cell shading would have worked with this. I mean, there's no shading at all. And I think that's what works. It makes it look like a cartoon. The less detailed, the better. And the sculpt looks great. So I'm happy with the sculpt. I'm happy with the paint that is applied on the bow tie, on the belt. There is a little bit of silver. I got a problem though with the sleeves because the yellow seeps from the sleeves for some reason on both of them. So that's my only gripe on the look. Now let's head into the articulation because I got many a gripe there. Like the panda, he comes in a double ball peg on the top of the head, but because of his hunch and because of his hair, he can't look up at all. Like that's a up is straight. He does have a little down. He does have some tilt and he got some rotation, but the rotation again is funny because of that hump. When it comes to his arms, the sleeves, because of how they're sculpted, you're gonna have to pop it out a little further. And yeah, it gives him full rotation, but you see, it wants to meet again where the shoulders are. So that's real irksome, guys, and you're gonna have to be careful. As you could see right there, I already scuffed mine up. So do be careful with that. Another thing that I want you to be careful with is these elbows. I mean, it's a single joint and it gives you a 90-degree bend and there is a swivel. But what I'm talking about is when you go back, there is like almost no stoppage there at all. So if you're not careful, you might warp that during time. And it's not just this one arm, guys. It does it to both. So yeah, that sucks. His hands come in a swivel and a hinge. So that's not bad at all. Now this one, where I'm gonna explain, guys, really grinds my gears. It deals with this diaphragm cup. I mean, because of how his torso is shaped, this doesn't do no back, doesn't do no forward. It doesn't do no tilt. I mean, it's like centimeter, like something. It's like it doesn't need to be there is what I'm getting at. The only thing that it can do is swivel. And you're like, hey, Ronald, at least it swivels. Yeah, and I wouldn't have a problem with that if it didn't already swivel in the waist. So now we got two swivels, and one of them, there's no point for it to be there. There's really no point for it to be there. In fact, it's worse that it is there because now it just broke up the whole torso sculpt for no apparent reason. That really grinds my gears, guys. Anyway, let's head into the legs because for some reason, Moe's been taking some jujitsu or something. He could do full on splits. Going forward, not that much though. Going back, not that much either. Single joint knee, that gets you about that much. There is a swivel there. And when it comes to the feet, you got a hinge that go forward like that, back like that, so not much movement. And there is a swivel, no ankle pivot. I do like the figure. I mean, let's face it, Moe is not gonna do no crazy Spider-Man like poses. He's just gonna be in back of the bar serving drinks. So for what it is, I like it. But I do have those problems with the articulation and everything, and it brings it down some. Anyway, with that being said, let's just head into some figure comparisons just for fun. Alright, for our first comparison in this weird multiverse crossover featuring Moe is the G.I. Joe Classified series with Duke on the left and Roadblock on the right. Now, keeping in mind that this is a cartoon figure and everything like that, I still don't think it measures up right. I mean, he towers over Duke, but again, you know, cartoon physics are different. I mean, cartoon features and everything like that, so I don't know, you can fudge it. And for our next comparison is a couple of Marvel Legends. Over here we got Cyclops animated series, and on the right we got Ben Reilly Spider-Man. And just like the Joes, it doesn't quite look right, but again, you can fudge it being a cartoon character. And for our final comparison, we got a couple of McFarlane toys with Batman right here on the left and Superman on the right. And of course, them being 7 inches, which is the scale that Moe right here runs in, it's a lot more fudgeable. And this actually looks like a multiverse crossover. So this, I think, actually works, guys. Like I said earlier in the video, I do enjoy the look of the figure, but I hate the articulation. But I got it based on nostalgic feels. So with that being said, I'm not gonna get super into this line. Like, I'm not going for the obscure characters. I'm just gonna keep it with the main cast and series regulars. But I wanna know what you guys think about it. Are you guys getting into this line? Are you interested in the Moe? If you are, I will leave a link down in the description, but let me know in general down in the comments. And if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe because it really does help out the channel. My name is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and I'll check you guys on the next episode. Peace.